After high school, he plans to make movies. Next is Mattia Melli, and he is here with his host parent, Josh Saylor. He played soccer, football, and wrestling. And his plans after high school, he's going back to Italy to finish high school. Next is Carson 9 with his parents Angie Keene and Austin 9. He played football and he's on the wrestling team, and he is still undecided about his future plans. Next is Ethan Rodriguez. He is with his parents, Jessica Rodriguez and Miguel and Nicole Rodriguez. He played football, wrestling, and track and field. His plans are to attend a college to acquire a computer science or an electrical engineering degree. Next is Trayvon Senders. He's with his mother, Lindsay Senders. He has participated in football, soccer, wrestling, basketball, track and field. And he plans to play sports in college or go to a trade school. Next is Devin Sewell. Devin is with Fabi and Carl Sewell. He played football and participated in wrestling, and he is still undecided about his future plans. Now we have a couple senior girl wrestlers. Next is Sylvia Dixon. Sylvia is with her parents, Margot Dixon and Joshua Dixon. She participated in unified flag football, wrestling, and softball. And she plans to go to college to become a dental hygienist. And finally, we have Sienna Leone. Sienna's with her parents, Alexandria and Miguel Leone. She has participated in cross country, soccer, wrestling, tennis, and track and field. And her plans after high school are attend IU Bloomington to study criminal justice. Please give all of these seniors a big hand.
It's time for Wawasee Warrior Wrestling on CPG-TV and the IHSAA Champions Network. Tonight, the Warriors host Concord. This year's broadcast is brought to you by Brian Wietrich with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorr with Remax Partners Syracuse, South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association. Now, let's take you to the Hardwood Teepee. With the call, here's J.R. Knoll and Frank Perales.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, hello. Welcome, everyone, to the Wawasee Warriors Hardwood Teepee, where the 8-4 Wawasee Warriors are going to take on the 1-8 Concord Minutemen. The action's going to start here shortly. They're probably going to have a face-off and maybe a couple JV matches, but we're going to be starting at 144 pounds. Let's see what else we have. It's always really rushed trying to get the lineup. Hello. Looky there is my partner Jack. My old partner Jack. How you doing, Jack?
Hey, I'm doing pretty well. How about you?
I'm good.
I've been keeping an eye on the wrestlers this year. I'm really happy about being able to come and watch them tonight. Frank called me this afternoon and said, "Hey, you want to go tonight?" Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Yes.
So yeah, I was happy, and then I'm glad I get to see the guys in person. Haven't had a lot of opportunity to do that, but things are going pretty well. Things are going pretty well for me.
We have quite a few freshmen that are doing pretty well.
That's good. That just tells you things are looking better for the next couple years.
Yes.
It's always nice to have those seniors on board with their experience and just the strength that seniors have over freshmen and stuff, but you need those freshmen too.
Yes, you need to continue. And I believe I was told that these freshmen are the start of the youth. These are the first of the long-term youth.
That's even better. That's even better.
Wrestlers, the youth wrestlers.
I know over the past few years, Wawasee has had a really good youth program.
Mm-hmm.
So when it pays dividends, it's going to pay big dividends.
And the girls are doing pretty good too.
I've been very, very pleased to watch them and to see the success that they're having. Miguel's doing a great job with them. He's got a pretty good sized team that he's got out here for actually the first year in competition.
Yes, and they beat Mishawaka last night. I believe it was last night.
Anytime you beat Mishawaka, you're doing well.
So they had senior night tonight. All the seniors were brought out and introduced. You might have seen that.
I did, yeah. I was sitting right down there beside them.
And we have already wrestled against Concord once at the Warsaw duels.
And that one we won, right?
We won.
Yeah.
It was 43-32 in our favor.
Closer than what we would like it to be, but a win's a win.
Yeah. But
happy with any win.
That was not considered an NLC match.
Right.
Tonight is. So this one's more important than the other one.
Yeah, this is the one that counts. Now, was the first time that we wrestled Warsaw, was that the NLC match, or was it the second one?
I'm not sure.
I hope it was the
first
one.
I assume it wasn't the first one. I assume it was the second, but there again, I don't know. Yeah, I hope it was the first one because we beat him the first time.
Yeah.
And then we lost to him the second time.
Warsaw's they've been doing some pretty good things too. I see they beat Rochester the other day. Rochester's a very highly regarded 1A team. And so, anytime you can beat a quality team like that, you're doing good things. And I really don't know if they had many of their guys who were football players who were late coming on.
Yeah.
But, just that success in one sport usually bleeds over into another, especially if you've got guys from one of those sports participating in the other sport, and
yes,
they're not used to getting beat and they don't want to get beat.
An athlete is an athlete.
That's exactly right. And a lot of times that boils down to just mentality. Frank always said when he was coaching here that he really didn't care so much about a kid that really wanted to win, that he wanted a kid that hated to lose. Because that kid will go a lot further into the reservoir to make sure he doesn't get beat. We got a nice crowd tonight.
Yes, it is. Another thing that I just found out tonight, I was doing some research on both teams, and the coach from Concord, Brian File.
Yeah.
I asked him how he pronounces his name. His last name is File. He placed 5th at state in 1991.
I'll be darned.
From Concord. And Jamie Salazar placed 7th at state in 1999. Our head coach and their head coach have both placed at state from these respective schools.
Yeah, I didn't realize that about the Concord coach. I did know that Jamie had, in his later high school years, sophomore or junior and senior years, he had a lot of success, but then he really, really
came on in Division III.
Yeah.
He got a second place, I believe.
Yeah, he was, I think, a 4-time All-American.
He got a 6th, 4th, and a 2nd.
So maybe he was a 3-time I don't care. If you're an All-American.
In Division III.
If you're an All-American, you're good. That's successful.
Yep.
And I'll tell you another thing from a parent's standpoint. When your son earns All-American status, you're walking on the clouds.
Yeah, so let's see. We are 4-1 in the conference now.
Good.
So maybe that Warsaw that we got beat is our only loss.
That may be.
For the conference.
For the conference.
I'm speculating. We're actually 8-4 overall.
That's good. That's a good season for this year.
Conference for 4-1. Concord is 1-8 and 0-5 in the conference. But they got some good wrestlers on their team.
They've got some good wrestlers. I've been watching that on Indiana Mat, looking at the results and things like that.
And they said that they had some injuries for their team, and we have 1 or 2 injuries on our team too. So
do we have some guys that are out tonight?
Yeah. The Italian foreign exchange student,
Okay.
he's out again. He's evidently hurt his back. Let's see, there's somebody else that's hurt from our team. Gage Boyd
Oh.
is out for tonight. There he is walking right there towards us.
I hate to see Gage be out, senior year.
He's a senior. And Mattia, the Italian foreign exchange student, he's a senior also.
Yeah, yep.
But I think when he goes back to Italy, he's got to take his senior year over again. This one doesn't count for them because we had a couple foreign exchange students, and one of them had to take the year over because he stayed the entire school year, and the other one stayed as long as he could and then went back so he wouldn't have to take his senior year over.
My brother had several exchange students. Had one from Japan and one from Russia. Actually, he was from Siberia.
No kidding.
And he lived in a city, and I didn't realize that Siberia had big cities, but well over 1 million people.
Oh, geez.
But he was a long jumper in track, and he lived in Howard County there. He set the county record for long jump first day of practice in warm-ups.
No kidding.
But he was one of those elite guys, that had springs in his feet or something. Yeah, it's nice to be up here where I can see everything again and
Yeah.
watch the guys warming up.
Let's see. So then after this meet tonight, the boys will be wrestling at the Super Duels. That'll be here on Saturday. It's going to start at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm planning to come to that.
And we're going to have Angola, Fort Wayne Bishop Lures, Northridge, Norwell, Plymouth, and, of course, the Wawasee Warriors.
The big guys, the ones that really matter, the Wawasee Warriors. I know Angola is a pretty strong team this year.
Yes, they are.
Northridge is having a pretty good season. So we may have our work cut out for us.
Oh, they shut the lights off.
We're out.
I hope they paid the electric bill.
There we are, JR. We're in the dark again.
I think they're going to run the video.
Ah, good.
Or maybe they're going to run these JV matches. They have 2 JV matches.
Do we have any girls' matches tonight?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
Nope. Now there's twins on they're freshman twins. Their last name's Furr, and I cannot tell which one is which. They look the same to me from up here, and I don't hardly know them. I can tell it's one of the twins, but I cannot tell which one is which. But at 126, we're going to have Zayden Furr versus Travion Beach from Concord.
And that's the only JV match we've got
No,
tonight?
there's 2. Then there's going to be Blake Ralston and, Archkevion Jefferson. I don't know if I'm saying that name right.
Oh,
Let's
you're
see.
wrong again, JR.
Yeah, probably.
I've been waiting to say that.
Sometimes they don't spell them right on the
yeah.
on one as opposed to the other. Jefferson. Akivion. It says Akivion.
We're going to start it all off with 2 JV matches.
2 JV matches.
And the first one is going to be at 126. And from Concord, we have Vivian Beach. And from Wawasee, Zayden
Ferrer.
Okay, Ferrer is a freshman. Concord is in on a single leg. And it looks like a takedown. Oh,
Not
nope,
yet,
not
not
yet.
yet.
He lost control.
Scrambled back up to his feet really well. Now if he
He's
switches
switching
off
to
a
double. Good.
There's the takedown.
And Rogers, the official out there today.
Yep. I'm still having a little trouble with the scoring changes they've made this year.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
But the score now is Wawasee 3 and Concord 0 in this match. Working that sideline pretty well.
All right, looks like he cuts him loose, so it's 3-1. Back on their feet.
Concord tried for that front headlock there, but the Wawasee wrestler was able to fight that off. Now Concord's in on a
high crotch.
high crotch.
Zayden is fighting it off really well.
Yes, he is.
He needs a crossface.
30 seconds to go in the first period.
He's looking for the chin whip. No. Looks like that's going to be a takedown for Concord, so it's 4-3.
Yeah, 4-3. Concord's in the lead. And that's the end of the first period. Concord chooses down.
Fur broke the Concord wrestler back down. It's laying flat.
Trying for that double wrist.
Does he have a wing in on that side?
I don't know. He's trying to get a wing
Nope,
in.
no, I think his hands are around the waist.
I think it is too. Still working to get that wing in. He's got a half. Working for a half now.
Keep the forward pressure.
There's a nice peel back there. Maintain nice control.
Trying to break him down flat again.
1 minute to go in the second period.
Oh, he's got a
It looked like he had a start of
a half and a
yeah.
wrist. Now he's switching to the other side.
Now he's got a half in, working to get that back points.
Now we're start counting, Roger.
He doesn't listen to us, does he? To me, he should be counting.
I think he's counting in his head.
I hope so. $20 seconds to go in the second period here.
There's a fall.
There's a fall. That's what
11
we like
seconds,
to see.
11.8 seconds to go in the second period. Nice job.
That was a nice job.
Now, Blake Ralston, he is a senior wrestling JV, and he looks pretty good.
He's a pretty muscular guy, isn't he?
Wawasee, Blake Ralston.
And he's for wrestling Arkevian Jefferson from Concord.
Oh, he's in on a double. Elevates. Gets his takedown. That was a nice job.
Going for the half. Switching to a power half.
Power half. There, he's got a good leverage on it. Step out, step out.
And it says Akivian Jefferson is a junior from Concord.
That junior's on his back now. And he managed to roll through. So I don't even know if he'll get any back points for that.
Yeah, I think not.
Nope, didn't have him there long enough. Kevion, I think, was able to roll through quick enough. Avoid the back exposure. 45 seconds to go in the first period.
He's trying for the half again.
Oh, and he's got it.
Oh, he should be getting back points now.
He's got him rolling over.
He had 2 swipes, at least.
He just needs to sink that half a little bit. Oh, he's getting
Reverse the half.
definitely getting back points now. 10 seconds to go in the first period.
Oh, he switches it up.
He's got that half sunk deep. Got the arm extended. But I think the time is going to run out. And it did.
So there's going to be 4 back points. So
Yep.
it's 7-0.
7-0.
You know, I think a lot of these guys end up tech falling when they could pin.
Right.
Because the points pile up so quickly.
Right. Well, 3 for a takedown.
And a long near fall is you're up 7.
Yeah.
You do that twice and you're on the verge of a tech fall right there.
And sometimes you don't want a tech fall. You want to fall.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, to score that extra point for your team. Oh, and a nice reversal. Score now is 9-0. See, I don't know if we're broadcasting live view to this tonight, but that was a perfect example of driving your opponent forward. He was able to get that fall.
Yes.
Good.
That's the end of the JV matches. So two falls for the Warriors for JV.
For the Warriors, 12-0.
And now if teams would line up for introductions, we'll do the introductions.
Going to have a lineup, face-off, whatever you want to call it.
Face off.
We're going to start at 144 pounds. That should be Kevin Tom.
Kevin's a freshman for Wawasee.
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore, that's right.
From Concord, Anakin Borkholders.
I know he put in a lot of time over the summer wrestling.
At 113 from Concord, Elijah Flores. And from Wawasee, Garrett Tittle. From Concord, Caden Braden. And from Wawasee, Cameron Center. At 126 from Concord, Joseph Borkholder. And from Wawasee, Isaac Ruff. At 132 from Concord, Donovan Cunningham. And from Wawasee, Dalton Yoder.
Is Yoder a freshman?
Yoder is a junior. He wrestled his freshman year, and then he didn't wrestle his sophomore year, and then he came back this year.
Because when I saw him wrestle, I was impressed with him.
At 144 from Concord, Darian Emerson. And from Wawasee, Kevin Tom. At 150 from Concord, Drew Trigg. And from Wawasee, Ethan Rodriguez.
These guys had a really good match at the Warsaw Duels.
Did they?
157 from Concord.
I think it was 10-6 with Trigg winning.
And from Wawasee,
Moses is a freshman.
At 175, Alex Dibble from Wawasee will receive a forfeit.
Dibble's a senior.
At 190, from Concord, Jacob B. Miller. And from Wawasee, Trayvon Sender.
Trayvon Sanders is, I believe he's a senior, isn't he? I don't know now.
Well, he lined up on the seniors.
You say he did?
Yeah.
Derek Morrison.
Derek Morrison's a junior. Yeah, senior. Sanders is a senior.
From Concord, Dawson Balmer. And from Wawasee, Liam Mosman.
Mosman is a freshman.
Yeah, I've seen him wrestle this year.
Wrestling tonight will begin at 1:44.
144.
With Dabrian Emerson from Concord and Kevin Tom of Wawasee.
Dabrian Emerson, Kevin Tom, 144. Kevin got to wrestle a little bit of varsity action last year, but not the whole year.
Oh, you gotta have the seniors come out.
Talk with the ref. Make sure they know the rules.
Have the coin flip.
I always imagine them saying, like, no eye gouging.
No toe stomping. Okay, get ready to wrestle.
All right, Kevin Tom for Wawasee and Dabrian Emerson from Concord.
And do you remember how that match went at Warsaw?
I believe Kevin pinned this guy.
Good.
I believe, if it's the same one.
You know, it's really nice to see these kids grow up in a wrestling room.
Mm-hmm.
And Calvin is one that I've watched. He was in elementary school,
Yeah.
for sure, because his brother wrestled for Wawasee, and
Yep.
and you know, he's a legacy wrestler. Good young man too.
And he's been putting his legs in and doing a power half, and he looks more and more like Dylan.
Oh,
I think.
Dylan was so much fun to wrestle or to watch wrestle. He wasn't fun to wrestle. He would get those legs in and a power half in, and
He's got the leg in already.
oh, good. And he would have guys squealing. Did Roger give him a takedown? Yep.
I believe so.
So it's 3-0. Kevin Thomas ahead. Minute 33 to go. The first period. Oh, yeah. That looks so familiar.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Now you've got your elbow in the right spot. Obviously, the Concord wrestlers worked on that, defending that.
Doesn't have him broken down all the way.
No, not yet. You know, that having your guy in this position really pays off later in the match.
Yes. It really wears on him.
Oh, it does. It wears on your neck and your shoulders and your back, and it wears on parts you don't even know you have.
No back point.
But he's still got that leg in.
Oh, he's trying the power half again.
Oh, he's cranking it.
Punch it. Punch the mat. Punch it through.
There comes points.
Now.
Oh!
Maybe a 2 count.
I think he did.
What did he give him, 3?
Yeah, I think he gave him 3. 6-0 now is the score. At the end of the first period.
Cavan chooses down to start the second period.
See, and that's where he and Dylan, his brother, were so much different. Dylan
would start
chose
up.
top, yeah, because he was going to punish somebody.
Uh-huh. There's a reversal. 8-0.
You know, I think Cavan may be better on the bottom than Dylan was. And Dylan wasn't bad. Oh, and he's working on that power half again.
Yeah, like you said, there's basically 3 minutes of being laid down flat almost with somebody else's weight on you.
Yeah.
Cranking on your neck.
And it's harder to breathe. It's harder to do anything. You know, and then you got the referee on your back there saying, you got to move. You gotta move.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move.
Up to his feet temporarily. Cavan takes him back to the mat.
With the leg in. And it's just so hard when you're on the bottom with a guy like Cavan on top of you there with those long legs and long arms. It's like trying to wrestle a spider.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he's throwing those power halves in and he's cranking on your neck, and at the end of the match, you're just miserable.
Down to 15 seconds in the second period. Another power half.
Cavan Tom is ahead, 8-0.
Well, we've got a couple swipes.
Yeah.
So you might end up with 2 or 3 more. 3 again.
3 again. Brings the score to 11-0 now. Cavan Tom from Wawasee is ahead.
And you saw it too.
Yeah. That kid didn't want to be on the bottom.
It looks just like the kids that wrestled
Dylan.
Get up and start swinging their elbow, their shoulder around, trying to loosen it up.
You know, they look over at their coach. What can I do, coach? And there's 3 points for a takedown for Cavan. The score now is 14-0.
So he's 1 point away from a tech ball.
Tech ball, yeah, and he's wrestling well.
Now, if he puts him over on his back
and gets a couple points,
he needs to get a pin for the 6 points.
Yeah, because if he gets
16
a couple
points,
it'll be over. And that's a 5-point team score, but if you get a pin, it's a 6-point. Oh, that should be some back points.
Yep, he got a 2 swipe at least, so there's 2 points, so it's going to be 16-0 tech ball.
So that's 5 points for Wawasee, leads in team score now, 5-0.
Okay, now this match was really heated a couple weeks ago.
Well, you know, when guys are good, they don't like to lose.
Yep. Drew Trigg came out and scored right off the bat. Let's see if Ethan can get
the lead on him this time, turn this match
turn it around on this rubber match.
Yeah.
Ethan's around behind him. Oh,
that's 3.
rolls through. Okay, so it's a 3 and then a 2 reversal.
So Ethan Rodriguez for Wawasee leads in this match.
And he's about to get a reversal or out.
2, and I think he got an escape. Ethan got an escape, so it
should be 4.
4-2.
I think Ethan was surprised when he got beat.
And
that'll light a fire under you sometimes.
Yeah, he doesn't get beat very often.
Trigg up to his feet really quickly, so the score is 5-3. Ethan in on a single.
You know, Ethan runs a nice outside sweep there.
And he's got a 2-on-1, and he drives them off the mat. Went for the outside sweep again. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's a nice turn there that Ethan got. So he's going to get
3 points takedown and some back points.
And 4 point for near fall.
So the score is 12-3.
20 seconds to go here in the first period. Ethan Rodriguez leads 12-3. And you were right, JR. This is a good match. They're both moving well.
End of the first period. That was a heated first period.
Yeah.
Now these guys are going to see each other again in the NLC tournament.
Right.
And we also go to the same sectional now, too.
Oh, yeah.
So
they could wrestle each other 5 times. And then the regional. They're both good enough to make it to the regional.
Yes, exactly.
You know, when I wrestled, I always hated to wrestle the same guy 2 or 3 times
a
year. You know, there's good and bad about it. You can think, well, yeah, I know what he's going to do, but he knows what you're going to do, too.
I had a couple nemesises that I could not get the win on.
Oh, I've had a couple of those. I never called them my nemesis. I always called them other things. But not to be repeated in my older age. Minute 23 to go in the second period.
Still 12-3. Ethan's up to his feet now. There we go. Should have an escape here.
There's an escape for Ethan.
13-3. And they'll start on their feet. With just over a minute to go in the second period.
So basically we're halfway through this match. Ethan has a 10-point lead, but it's never safe.
Yep.
I think Ethan would love to get this guy in a over-under and throw him.
something like that.
Nice hip toss. Now it's up 16 to or 19
to 3.
Tech
That
ball.
is a tech fall. That's quite a different outcome than the last time.
Yeah, that was a big win for Ethan. Big win for Ethan.
Okay, Carson 9.
Team score now is 10 for Wawasee and 0 for Concord.
It says Grayson Snap Williams. Hold on, let me check here.
157 from Concord, Grayson Snap Williams, and Carson 9.
That name is not on this other roster at all. So, eye poke or something?
Yeah, I think
Bloody
they might have,
nose?
Butted heads, I think. The Concord wrestler was a little out of balance there, and he was staggering backwards, and Carson attacked, and their heads came together, I think.
Looking.
They got the flashlight out looking at him now. I don't know.
Okay. The last match versus Concord, Carson wrestled Bryce Ramirez, so this is not the same
This is a
person.
different one.
Yep. Grayson Snap Williams is what it says, but he is not on the team roster.
He's a muscular guy, I can tell you that.
Maybe it's some football player that the
I
coach recruited to, hey, we need
fill a
somebody to
spot.
come and wrestle.
Well, Carson's a heck of a football player, too. Wrestled 10 seconds in this first period of this match, and already an injury time.
I don't know if there's any blood or not.
I can't tell either.
I can't tell.
Looks like he's wiping his nose.
All right, we're coming back out again. Ready to start over. Minus 10 seconds.
Minus 10 seconds. It's a brand new match. Minus 10 seconds.
Carson's in on a shot.
That was a nice shot. And Carson gets a takedown.
And
is it Williams?
It's
gets a escape.
Yes, Grayson.
And Carson gets a takedown.
Oh, he's out to his back. Oh, this must be an injury.
Yeah, he landed funny on his arm or shoulder.
Uh-oh. Could have a broken collarbone or something,
or dislocated
shoulder. Yep.
Could be an elbow. If that one coach there from Concord would get out of the way, we could see what the trainer's looking at.
Well, let's hope he's all right.
Yeah. Bottom line, you don't want to see anyone get hurt. Oh, he's got that right arm hanging down.
Yeah.
I think he's done.
Yeah, I think so. It's either a broken collarbone or a dislocated shoulder.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a broken collarbone. Yeah. Dislocated shoulder is bad enough, but they can pop that back in.
They're all bad when you're trying to recover. Yeah, you have to go through the rehab and all that stuff. And coming from personal experience, I admire the people that do the rehab and all that stuff, but they aren't happy till you've got tears in your eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Either. and from what I saw, there certainly wasn't anything malicious or dirty or anything about what Carson did.
We're going to go to 165.
Okay, 165.
Palmer, and from Wawasee, Moses Howard.
Tyler Palmer from Concord and a freshman, Moses Howard from Wawasee. Moses was a boxer.
Moses looks like he could be an athlete. I mean,
He still is a boxer, but
yeah.
he wrestles too.
That sets a guy up to go into MMA or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
But he's got a motor. It seems like he doesn't quit.
Good.
He's got good stamina. He's in on a takedown.
Just got a takedown. Well, almost.
He's switches to a headlock.
There's a takedown.
And back points. And a fall.
Oh, that was a 35-second fall.
So Tyler Palmer, let's see. He's a sophomore from Concord.
Team score now is 22 for the Warriors and 0 for the Minutemen.
Okay, if you heard that, it's Alex Dibble's going to get a forfeit here at 175. So it's going to be 6 more team points.
So it's going to be 28-0 now.
He's got to get his singlet pulled up and his headgear on.
Be ready to wrestle when you report to the mat.
And
or
Roger,
actually, I think you got to be
hand.
ready to wrestle when you report to the table.
At 190 from Concord, Jacob Miller, and from Wawasee, Trayvon Sanders.
Jacob B. Miller from Concord and Trayvon Sanders from Wawasee. Trayvon's a senior and B. Miller is a sophomore. Let's see how this goes.
Let's hope for the best here.
So the last time they wrestled each other, it was Blake Ralston wrestled, not Trayvon Sanders.
Oh.
And he was the JV match.
Yeah.
The second JV match.
Yeah. He won by pin tonight.
I think Trayvon had gotten dinged up a little bit during one of the previous wrestling matches.
Well, that's the good thing about having a good-sized team is you can throw the next guy in. And I know for years they've always said, next man up.
Next man up.
We expect you to do your best. Wrestle hard, don't quit. You're next man up. We're dependent on you.
Nice. I don't think he has a takedown yet.
Nope.
Now it's a takedown for Concord and back points.
And back points.
$20 seconds. There's a fall. Well, it looked nice when it started out.
Yes, it did. He was in good position, had the right idea.
B. Miller rolled him through.
Yeah.
And then Trayvon was out of position.
Yeah.
Okay, 2:15. Logan Whitman. And he's a senior.
And Morrison's a junior.
Yep. Derek Morrison is junior. Morrison in on a single. Back up, facing each other.
I don't know if many people in the area know Derek Morrison personally, but he is such a nice young man. and he's always thinking. I talked to him after a match he had here earlier this year.
He's in a double.
And Derek had gotten beat. And the first thing he was talking to me about, yeah, I've got to do this better, and I've got to do this, and I know I can't do this. Yep, exactly right, Derek. So he's always thinking about what he needs to do. He's just a nice young man. And he's got a cradle
Roll
hooked
through
up.
cradle. And he pinned this guy during the last match.
I hope he does it again.
I don't know if the shoulders kind of, it can't get touched to the mat. But he can get 4 points.
Yep, and he did. Score now is 7-0 in this match. Wawasee leads. Team score is 28 for Wawasee and 6 for Concord. 45 seconds to go in this first period on 215-pound match.
And Derek was always the same weight as Donnie Blair for the last 2 years. So
talk about a practice partner.
And he always wrestled up, at 215 or heavyweight.
Yeah.
Because Donnie was at 190.
He couldn't beat Donnie in a challenge match, but not many people could. I mean, Donnie was a 2-time state qualifier. He's attending IU now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I wondered where he went. I knew he was going to college, but I didn't know where.
He's doing very well. He's his goal is to get into the Kelly School of Business, which is top 5 in the nation.
Yeah.
And I think after talking to him tonight, he's right on track to get in.
All right, Derek's up to his feet, and looks like he got a reversal.
Yep, got a reversal.
Just before they went out of bounds.
Yep. Well, I think the Concord wrestler was out of bounds, but Derek had both his feet in, so that constitutes inbounds. Coach Salazar has the guys looking pretty darn good tonight, and at this time of the year, got a lot of things coming up over the next couple weeks. We got the Wawasee duels, December duels.
Yes.
Got,
and then the Al
Al
tournament.
Smith.
32 schools.
Probably
There's a
probably
takedown.
the best tournament in the state at this time of year.
Still working on a wrist and trying to break him down flat. Now he's got 2 wrists.
Staying behind the hips well, and he had some good forward pressure. He's staying in good position, being heavy on top. I would think that the referee would be wanting to caution this kid from Concord or warn him for stalling. He's really not doing much on the bottom.
All right, he's trying for a half. There's the stalling.
There's the stall.
Was not a point, just a warning for caution.
Team score is 28-6 in favor of Wawasee. The match score is 12-1 in favor of Derek Morrison. It's 12-1, but Morrison has controlled the whole match.
Yes.
And that's the end of the second period.
Looks like Concord chooses neutral to start the third period. Heavy hands. Snap
Ahead.
and then do a hit cradle.
Yeah.
Nope, no cradle now. But a takedown.
Yep. 15-1 now is the match score.
Mat return. B. Miller's back up on his feet and out of bounds. 15-1. Just over a minute to go.
Now it's going to be 15-2. Morrison puts
Let him up.
Concord kid on his feet.
Morrison's on a quick shot.
Quick takedown.
And there it is, tech fall. 5 points, 5 team points
Yep,
for
score.
Wawasee.
33-6 now in favor of Wawasee.
At 285 from Concord, Dawson Balmer, and from Wawasee, Liam Mosman.
285, Dawson Bauman from Concord and Liam Mosman, a freshman from Wawasee. What is it, Bauman? Dawson Bauman is a senior. And Liam Mosman is a freshman. Bauman's got a single and gets a takedown.
He's working on.
Oh, look at
and we
that
got a
reversal. But Concord is back up on their feet, has a single.
And he gets
And
a takedown.
Liam's on his back now. This is not good. Oh, he gets out of it
He's
again.
off his back. For the most part.
Scores 6-2 in favor of Concord. They're off the mat. Not quite yet. Mosman is back out in front of him and should have an escape.
Somebody should have an escape.
Should be
Yep,
should
there
be
he got
6-3.
Yep, 6-3.
This is a good match too.
It is. It's an entertaining match.
I think they owe Mosman one more point.
I think so too.
And maybe the clock didn't stop or.
Well, he got his point, but they gave Concord
gave him
3. So apparently they're thinking there was another takedown or something in there. Back points or.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of action.
Yes,
it
there
was
was.
happening really fast too.
You know, and that's really good for a freshman to be involved in that action like that.
I have a hard time spitting out all of it as it's happening, let alone keeping track of what the score is.
Yep, I do too.
Liam's in on a shot. Bosman has a 3 takedown, it looks like, with his feet inbounds.
So now the score is 11-3 in favor of Concord. And they're out of bounds.
Now, what's the score? Just 9-3?
It was.
So it should be 12.
Well, I think they changed it to 8-3, and now they've
Oh,
gone
okay,
11-3.
okay.
So I think the table is having trouble keeping up with Roger also.
And Liam goes over on his back. I bet he's bridging out of it. Got 14 seconds. Oh, is that a fall? Or an injury?
An injury, maybe.
Another injury timeout. I don't know.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything either, but he's holding his head.
Looks like he's given up quite a bit of weight.
Yes, I would agree.
So they've added some more points on.
Yeah, he's got 4 back points, I believe.
So that's going to put it at 20-4.
Well, let's hope Liam's all right.
Yeah. Like we said earlier, we don't want to see anyone get hurt on either team.
She's holding his neck like she doesn't want him to move, so it's almost like reminiscent of when Ethan Rodriguez got his neck hurt. But he is at least moving his arms and legs around.
Right. He moves fingers, moves
he's
hands,
moving his fingers, so
arms. Yeah, and this is one of those things where you can't be cautious enough. You know, you always think, they're just paranoid because it's his neck or his back or whatever. But the real question is, are they paranoid enough? Yeah, I was fine until they put me on the stretcher. So, there's no amount of caution that's too much.
Well, while we're waiting on this injury timeout, we'll read over some sponsors. How about that?
Hey, that sounds like a great idea.
Okay, so the broadcast is brought to you by Brian Wietrich and Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorr with Remax Partners of Syracuse, South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association.
And, of course, we are here on 93.7 FM, The Mix.
No, we're not on the radio.
We're not on the radio.
We're not on the radio.
But we are on the
We are on CPG-TV and IHSAA Champions Network.
Well, I'll tell you, let me just take this moment here to say, anytime you have an opportunity, if you can't come to a live action event here at Wawasee, watch for it on
CPG-TV. That's the YouTube channel for Wawasee High School.
Yep.
You can go back and watch the old reruns.
I do sometimes.
Just go YouTube Wawasee Wrestling, and it'll come up. Let's see. We have some other sponsors. Also, our wrestling sponsors. Let me see if I can find those. Aha. So for the Wawasee Wrestling sponsors, they're on that banner over there. I cannot read any of them straight across.
Yep, I can't either.
But it is Turkey Creek Fire, 20 Wave Express, Kiwanis International, Car Tech, Smart Auto Body Solutions. I think, is that one of the wrestler cars?
Yes.
And I think that is located in Leesburg at the new grocery.
Yes, it is.
Behind there.
Yes.
Owens, yes.
Yeah, you'll see the sign if you're on 15 there.
So they do like hail damage and
Yeah, they do all
touchless
kinds of stuff. They do
dent repair or
yeah.
whatever. Okay, so then K&B Detailing, Chubby's Pub and Grub again, Wildman. I think that's Jamie Salazar's employer.
I think that's his employer.
At least
yeah.
last I knew it was. Then we have Women of Today. I can never figure out to say this right. Is it Bass or Base? Audiology.
I don't know.
I don't know either. So they turn the lights on. Yep, there's paramedics here.
Yep, looks like an EMT is here.
Okay, Kaskaskia County Sheriff's Office, Home Property Solutions, Oakwood Resort, Milford Food Bank. You know, Milford Food Bank, they are huge. They supply all kinds of smaller food banks.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like a regional or whatever.
Clearinghouse or
yeah.
something like that, yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but they have all kinds of stuff.
It's a wonderful operation. I know that.
And I think they have a new building now, too.
Good.
I haven't been there since but I know that they have a new building. Let's see. Maximum Force Power Washing, Premier Irrigation and Lighting, Wawasee American Legion Post 223, Adventures in Health, and I believe that is affiliated with Chase Davis, our one of our assistant coaches.
Yeah, that's very true.
Steve Beer Farm, Beyond Landscaping, Tetmeyer Ace Hardware, lots of love quilts. I know something about that. That's my wife's business.
That's your wife's business.
Uh,
So anybody who uses your wife's services there and mentions Wawasee Wrestling, do they get a discount?
I don't know. Maybe. Call her and find out. Ask her, not me.
Ask the boss.
Remax Partners and Zimmerman Farms. You ever heard of Zimmerman Farms?
Zimmerman Farms.
Yeah. I saw Cameron.
Yeah,
He's here
Cameron,
tonight
he's,
somewhere. I talked to him earlier.
Wawasee Wrestling alum, and he's attending Kansas State right now.
Yep. And he's on the wrestling team there for the second year. And I think he told me he's coaching junior high kids or
is that right?
middle school kids or elementary kids,
Hey,
younger kids.
That's a guy who's going to do well in life, whatever he decides to do. He's just that type of kid.
Well, let's hope that Liam is there's. Speaking of Zimmerman, there's Peg right there,
Peg.
the mom Zimmerman. Yeah, let's hope everything's going to work out fine with Liam.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, here in this part of the country, we're blessed with some really, really good medical facilities. And, you know, they're just wonderful facilities.
But at least he was moving his feet
Yes.
and
Yes.
hands around, so
Hopefully it's just a sprain or something of that nature.
yeah, pulled muscle or something. I don't know. I'm no doctor.
I don't profess to be. I'm not even a good patient. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw some other alumni wrestlers. I saw Donovan Blair here, Caleb Salazar.
Yeah, Manchester College now, or Manchester University wrestling.
Yes. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Let's see.
Are you ready for Christmas?
Sure.
I am too, about as ready as I'm going to get.
Yeah, so Saturday, the wrestling is going to start here in the Hardwood Teepee at 9 a.m. We're going to have Angola, Fort Wayne Bishop Lures, Northridge, Norwell, Plymouth, and Wawasee. We should have 5 matches.
And there's a couple of those matches could be pretty tough matches.
Yeah. So I'm assuming we're going to have Plymouth and Northridge are going to be NLC matches.
I would think so.
Norwell doesn't have their same head coach as what they used to. Their long-term
They've taken some losses.
coach, and some of their people transferred to Homestead.
Yes. Yes.
So I don't know how they're going to be this year.
They've taken some losses. Angola
seems
pretty-
like they're
pretty
going to
tough
be
this
pretty
year,
tough.
yeah.
Yes, I agree. And I don't know anything about Bishop Lures.
Bishop Lures, they normally have a couple good guys,
Yes.
but as far as filling out the whole team, and they just had a deep run into the football too. So Bishop Lures has been known for their ladies basketball and their football for a number of years.
Let's see. While we're giving thanks, well, we can talk about the digital audio media productions class that Jeremy Van Loo and Phil Huffman put on here. They're the ones that make all this stuff happen. All the
I am so impressed.
they're good.
I am so impressed with that program here at Wawasee. And I've said it before on air here, and I'll say it again. Anytime that you have an opportunity, a kid should go into that and do some of that. It's just a wonderful program. And those are some easy guys to work with too.
Yep, they make us look good here doing this stuff. They tell us what we're supposed to do.
We're supposed to do.
They have all the cameras going and recording, and they have videos. I haven't seen Max Media around, but not tonight anyhow. But he was here for the duels, the November Super Duels.
was
He
he?
was here then.
And that's Taylor that does Max Media.
Yes,
Yeah.
Max Taylor.
Yeah.
And
His brother
Titus.
and his dad are both Wawasee
Yep.
wrestling alumni.
Yes. I think his dad was a coach here
Yeah, he was a coach for a number of years.
at one time. Kevin
Yep.
Taylor.
I can't tell. Are they putting a neck brace on?
I think they did. There was just a guy that came walking in from Concord that had a neck brace and was using a walker.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Did you see him come in?
No.
He just walked right up here, and he had a Concord shirt on. There he is. He's sitting over on the left side over there in the bleachers.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know I've had to use a walker a couple times, but it was when I had back surgery. Well, and I know I did when I had my bypass surgery also. They wanted me up and walking and using a walker for a while. It still isn't easy.
Well, it looks like all the teammates are coming out. Have a little prayer for
Looks like a prayer,
Liam.
yeah. You know, I've told people for years that wrestling really is not. it's not an individual sport, and it's not a team sport. It's a family sport, because it doesn't take long when the season starts. You're family,
Yeah.
and you know you're family with them.
Yeah, it's the same families that are all involved, year after year,
Yep.
or their, offspring, nephews.
Yep.
There's a lot of them are related.
Yes, they are. And not only by blood. I mean, it's just the feeling. I just got a message from Dylan Tom talking about his brother Kevin. He said he's better than I was. Dylan, if you're listening, I agree. I hate to burst your bubble, but I know Dylan. He told me before, and he just told me again that he's been coming up into the room a couple times a week, working out with him, and it shows. Kevin looks good. So Dylan, if you're listening, keep coming up into the room. I think it's making him a lot better wrestler.
There we go. Well, it's been a little pause in the action, but hopefully we're going to get this rolling here pretty soon. And hopefully...
I guess I don't know why they aren't getting him on the stretcher yet. Obviously, there's a reason that I'm not aware of, but we've got plenty of horsepower here in the gym to pick him up and get him where he needs to be.
He's sitting up, so that's a real good sign.
That's a great sign. Well, they stood him up, got him on his feet, and it looks like now they're gonna sit him down on the stretcher there and wheel him out. So I don't know what they'll find when they do the X-rays or MRIs or whatever they do, but that is a good visual there with him being able to stand.
Yes.
So when action resumes here, Concord will get a forfeit at 106, and then we'll go right into so that will put the score at 33 for Wawasee and 18 for Concord. And then we'll go right into the 113-pound. And who is that we've got?
113, it's going to be Garrett Tittle from Wawasee and Elijah Flores from Concord.
And did they wrestle?
Let me check. If I can find that. Let's see. Yep, Garrett Tittle tech fouled Elijah Flores in the previous meeting.
Well, I can tell you from my own personal standpoint, I would just be happy with a win. You don't have to win big, you just have to win.
All right, there goes Liam Mosman, and hopefully everything works out.
I'm sure it will.
He has a little time to recuperate.
Process and
Hopefully, I don't know if he's going to be wrestling this weekend or
well, a lot of times,
next weekend.
Especially a younger person,
They can heal fast.
they can heal fast, but they also get scared easy
Yes.
because you've never been through an injury before. You don't know what it is, and the first thing that jumps into your mind is it's the worst possible thing, And most of the time, it turns out not to be the worst possible thing, but
All right.
any injury is bad.
Action. Well, sort of. We're going to go to the 106 weight class, and Anakin Borkholder will receive a forfeit. From
Anakin Borkholder from Concord will get 16 points for a forfeit. He's a sophomore.
Which brings the team score to 33 for Wawasee
Elijah Flores.
and 18 for Concord.
Both of them, I'm sorry, Elijah's a freshman from Concord, and Garrett Tittle is a sophomore. He saw some varsity action. He went down to 106 last year.
Yeah.
Didn't start out there at the beginning of the year, but
He worked hard at it.
and he's looking pretty good this year, too. He's in on a single and a takedown.
Turned that into a nice double leg.
Yes, he did.
He had a lot of elevation there.
Flores is back up to his feet and gets an escape. Hand fighting, positioning. Just keep moving. Keep moving. He's got an underhook.
So the match score is now 3 for Wawasee and 1 for Concord. 40 seconds to go here in the first period. Nice.
He's in
That
on
was
a
a
double.
nice shot.
Stay in bounds. They're out.
They're out.
10
But
seconds.
That was a nice shot. It was nice to see him take that shot.
Gonna have to make this quick if he's gonna score.
Or don't give up a score. And that's the end of the first period.
Concord's choice. They choose down. Sits out and up to his feet. Tittle's trying to hold on to him and keep him out of bounds. It's a caution on Garrett Tittle.
I was getting ready to say he better do something or he's going to get a caution.
No point, but there's a caution now.
Once your opponent stands up to his feet, you've only got so much time to either
Return
take him back down or cut him, one or the other. Okay, feet.
Better return him back.
Or cut him, one or the other.
Roger's talking to the coaches over there.
Yeah, the Concord coaches, thank goodness.
He doesn't look very happy.
No. Roger's been known to ask coaches to step outside and cool off out there before they come back in or not come back in. I've seen him do that too.
Okay, so Garrett's trying to get a wing.
52 seconds to go in this first or second period.
He has the Concord wrestler down flat on his stomach.
You know, I would think that the referee would be looking to call a stalling on this Concord wrestler. He's not coming off his, really wasn't coming off his hips at all, or his waist.
Almost some back points. Not quite. He rolled through.
That was close.
Got 13 seconds.
Still the score is 3-1.
They gave
Concord one. Called them both for stalling. But since Garrett already had that stalling
caution.
warning.
Yep.
So the score now is 3-2.
Close match.
Yes, it is. And that's
Looks
the
like
end of the second
no back
period.
points. It was roll through. So Garrett, is he going to choose down?
That's what his coach wanted him to do. Well, you figure if he teched this kid before, he should be able to have something that works.
Garrett still hasn't gotten up to his feet. He's back to his base.
He's back to his base.
Almost to his feet. There we go.
There he is. Now he just has
Turn
to
and
break
face him.
free.
There's a point escape. He's in on a single. And that looks like a
he's got
takedown.
a takedown. That brings the score to 7-2 in favor of Wawasee's Tittle. 58 seconds to go in the third and final period.
He's trying to tilt, but didn't expose his back long enough.
No. You know, at this point in the match, you don't want to do anything crazy and try to pick up a couple more back points or something. You know, just try to win the match.
This is a lot closer than the last one, though.
Yep. Well, you know, from Concord's standpoint, you always want your guy to improve, and he's obviously doing better this match than he did last time.
Oh, Tittle's got a good tight waist on him now.
I think he got 2 back points.
I think he might have 2. 3.
Oh, he got 3. So that puts him at a major decision. That's an 8-point.
Yeah.
It'll be
Should be
10-2 now.
10-2.
So that's an 8-point decision.
So that's 14
That's
points.
14 points.
Oh, they're turning the lights back off.
I'd rather have them on. I can see better.
20 from Concord, Caden Braden, and from Wawasee, Cameron Center.
Caden Braden.
Come on, Cam.
Caden Braden is a sophomore. Cam Center is a junior. He's in on a double real quick. And a half.
And a half. So there's back
And
points.
That was close to a pin right there
Yeah.
for a second.
He's got the leg hooked. So there's 2 back points for Cam. Score now is 5-0 in favor of Wawasee's Cameron Center.
And they're on. Oh, there's an escape.
1
1 point
escape.
for Concord. 5-1.
1 minute to go in the first period.
Concord in on a single. Cam stuffs it and has his own single. Now they back up. Oh, I think there's a blood. There's some wrestlers that you just look at them cross-eyed and they have a bloody nose.
They have a bloody nose.
And he might be one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're got to do some cleanup on the mat.
You know, it's just some kids get bloody noses easy.
Well, it's winter time and sinuses are
Everything's
dry.
and
Dry house. Cutting weight.
yeah.
Then they injure it, and then it's like over and
All
over and
the-
over.
all
It's-
the
I mean, you
time.
don't stop practicing.
Right. Yeah, you spend half your life then, or half your practice time, the cotton ball stuffed up your nose. You can't breathe. Now that's one part of wrestling that, from a coach's standpoint, is certainly don't miss is having to clean up blood or something like that. I hated that.
Action resumes. 30 seconds to go, just a little over. No control. It was close to a
It looked good though.
takedown. Cameron's in on a
Cam's
shot.
on
Got a
nice-
single.
Yep. There he goes off.
Got to pull his head out. 9 seconds. There it is, right at the last second.
There was a second to go.
8-1, end of the first period.
As a team score, Wawasee is up by 20 points. Scores 37.
Looks like we
for
got some more
Wawasee,
blood.
17 for Concord. In this match, Cameron Center is up 8-1. Start of the second period.
So Chase Davis is out there scanning for blood on the
Scanning
mat.
for blood.
Former
That's a good job for him.
former assistant for
Wawasee.
yes, former Wawasee wrestler, former Plymouth assistant
Yeah.
coach, and he came back to coach with Salazar this year.
You know, one of the more difficult things about being the head coach is finding the right group of assistants that work well together. Their skill sets match well. Because sometimes, you know, a wrestler will respond better to a different coach, and they just kind of hit it off, and everything works well. So you have to have the right mix.
Good chemistry.
Good chemistry. And sometimes, you know, if your wrestling team personnel changes a lot, sometimes you need to go out and find another coach that matches a little better.
So Cameron started on the bottom position, and
He's still there.
still is there, but
And-
he is about ready to get a reversal, I believe. Maybe not. Oh, more blood.
More blood. You know, I'm actually surprised to see Cameron still at 120. I thought he would have been at 126 this year.
Well, last year he was 126,
Yeah.
and he went down to
And
120.
Went down to 120.
He played football, and he said that he was right around 123 or so at the end of football.
Makes perfect sense. So many different things involved in them making weight, especially if they want to cut any weight, because you got to go through all the protocols with hydration and weight management protocols, and you know you can only lose so much weight per week, and then you have to pass a hydration test. And
Yeah, it's way different from back in my time.
oh, mine too.
You could do anything you wanted to lose
Yeah.
weight.
Just step on the scale when you get low enough. You know, when I was in the 8th grade, I wrestled. Well, we didn't even have wrestling in middle school, junior high when I was there, but I weighed 165 pounds, and my freshman year we had what was called the state weigh-in, which you had to certify your weight, and I weighed 112. But I baled a lot of hay that summer.
You weighed 165 and you went down to 112?
Yep,
Holy smokes.
that was in about 8 months.
Well, my freshman year, my walking weight was 86 and a half pounds. I was
you were-
12 pounds underweight for the 98-pound weight class.
You were a monster then.
I
weren't you?
was.
Yeah, I would not recommend to anybody doing it the way that I did it. It was awful. But like I said, you know, I worked it off. It was baling hay and working out and all that type of stuff. It was brutal. But it was simply one of those things where, I'm down at 160 now. I can go to 152. So then you get to 152 and the next lower weight was 145. I can make that. That's only 7 pounds. And then you just keep cutting until you get to the point to where you don't have a whole lot more to cut.
All right, back to the action.
Back to the action.
Cameron looks like he's got a reversal and has a cradle locked up.
Now he's in good position.
So he's got a reversal.
Minute 11 to go in this period. So he's got plenty of time. He's got the cradle locked up. Oh boy, that was.
Come on, Roger. Powers out of it and gets a reversal. And then blood time again, I think.
Score now is
14 to 3.
3. 51 seconds to go here in the second period. This is the part of wrestling matches that no one likes. But it's part of the sport.
And after this, we only have 3 more matches. Actually, 2 because 1 is a forfeit.
Is that a forfeit we get?
Yes.
Good.
One of the twins, Caleb I don't know how to say their last name.
That guy.
Yeah. His twin brother wrestled the first JV match.
Right. And looked good.
Zayden, is that right? Zayden.
And obviously JR and I, neither one are linguists. We both have trouble pronouncing, especially names. Certainly mean no disrespect.
No. All right, 50 seconds left. Cam Center's down in the down position. Up and score. He's trying to get an escape or a reversal. Looking for a Peterson roll.
And there he's got it. And there it is.
There's a reversal and some back points. It should be.
2 back points. That should be the match.
Tech fall.
18-3, which puts him up by 15, which is a tech fall. Another 5 points for Wawasee.
At 126, from Concord, Joseph Borgholder, and from Wawasee, Isaac Ruff.
Okay, if I remember correctly, this match, Isaac Ruff was winning and then got caught and pinned, if I remember correctly.
Hey, that happens to everybody.
Yeah, a pin at 5:33, so
And the match was
under
about
30
over.
seconds left
Yeah.
in the match. Oh.
But I remember anytime I got beat, I just got caught. He wasn't better than me. I just got caught. But it still went in the L column. It's really good to see a lot of these freshmen and underclassmen getting some good varsity wrestling time.
Isaac's in on he shot a double and then ended up with a single. But they're back on their feet.
And
Back
there's
in
another
again.
Shot.
Reshoot, the coach is saying.
There, he got it. He actually got a hold of that leg. He shot to that leg when the kid had that leg forward.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of other times he was shooting when it was back.
Yep. Elevate it.
And
There's a
the
2.
takedown.
Or, I'm sorry, the 3.
3!
Forward pressure. Coach is saying chop, chop, chop.
Chop.
Almost had a wing there.
Yeah. Now he's got a wrist. He's just got to roll that under, get control of that arm. That's the end of the first period.
Scores 3-0 in favor of Isaac Ruff from Wawasee.
Team score is 42-17 in favor of Wawasee Warriors.
Looks like Ruff chooses down to start the second period. He's up to his feet pretty quickly. And he gets an escape.
Good job.
4-0. Work their way off the edge of the mat. Resetting back in the center.
Oh, that was a shot from far away. I
And on a shot again.
I like his aggressiveness.
Oh, they're off the mat. Nope, no takedown.
His toe was off the mat about 2 inches.
Still just hand fighting. They're just trying to do a arm drag. There's a stalling on caution on Concord. There he goes for the headlock.
He just got a point. Wawasee just got a point on that stalling.
I think this might have been what happened the last time. Was a headlock.
15 seconds to go in this second period.
So Concord is up in this match now, 7-5, with a takedown and 4 near fall.
And Concord chooses down. Would you cut him and try to take him down?
I think so.
I think I would.
Just watch out for the headlock.
Yeah. He was doing fine until he stopped shooting.
Mm-hmm.
And he you keep that aggressiveness.
Just cut him loose.
That's what I was thinking. Cut him loose. Score now is 8 for Concord and 5 for Wawasee in this
He's in
match.
on a shot again.
He's in on a shot. Minute 10 to go in this third and final period.
Circle around. Off the edge of the mat. Just under a minute to go. Coach is telling me he's running out of time. 40 seconds. There's the shot. But he needs a takedown, and then he needs more because the takedown is just going to tie the score.
Tie the score, yeah.
Stalemate.
27 seconds to go.
Oh, he's in on a good
was in
shot
on
that
one.
time. There's a caution again. There's another point. So now if he gets a takedown,
he can win.
He's going to win. But he's got 19.6 seconds to get a takedown.
The score is 8-6.
Watch out for the headlock. Their guy is stalling. So that's going to be a win for Concord there.
Yeah.
But it's a good match overall.
It's a good match. Good learning experience.
Coach Salazar is having a little discussion with the referee about the match score. It says 18-6. That seems really high.
Yeah. Well, it was 8.
It was 8, and he should have had 7 more, right?
7 more.
So that should be 15.
15. Which is still a major decision.
Okay, so Donovan Cunningham from Concord and Dalton Yoder from Wawasee.
From Concord, Donovan Cunningham, and Wawasee, Dalton Yoder.
Donovan's got a quick takedown. Dalton is a junior. Donovan Cunningham is a junior also. Dalton's trying to get a double. He's backing him up. Going to get a caution to back off the mat. You need a circle.
Yep. You always look for a better angle to attack from.
Dalton kind of had a shot, and
Needs to look maybe for a drag out of that position. .40 seconds to go in this first period.
it's like Cunningham's got a takedown again. Score is 6-1 in favor of
Concord.
Donovan Cunningham from Concord.
.15 seconds to go in this first period.
And it looks like Cunningham tech falled Dalton the last time, a couple weeks ago.
Well, he's ahead 6-1 now at the end of the first period here.
Dalton chooses down to start the second period. Let's see if he can get up.
Up and out, up and out. And then get a takedown. Sounds easy, doesn't it?
Sounds easy. He's up and out. Oh, not he was up. He wasn't
get his
out.
ankles out. Looks like the Concord wrestlers working on a wrist and a
wrist.
and a wrist. So you're trying to get that wing in.
And he's working on a head lever. There we go.
Now we've got an escape.
And Cunningham's back in on a shot really fast and
Oh.
puts Dalton Yoder to his back.
Yep, he's got it.
And a fall.
That's a fall. Brings the team score now to 42 for Wawasee and 27 for Concord.
All right. Caleb Ferreira is what she said.
Ferreira,
He's getting a forfeit.
which will bring the team score to 48 for Wawasee and 27 for Concord.
So we'll see these guys again at the NLC tournament
Yeah,
and
sectional
at sectional.
and regional.
But everyone can come and check us out this Saturday for
Hey,
the
come and root the Warriors on.
December Super Duels.
It
Starts
does-
at 9
it does-
o'clock.
It does make a difference with a nice fan base here and a lot of noise and a lot of support for them. It makes a huge difference.
And we'll read off these sponsors again one more time. Let's see. Brian Wietrich with Hahn Auctioneers, Northern Lakes Insurance, Sox Marina, Jeremy Dorer with Remax Partners. He's a former wrestler also.
Ah,
South Shore Social, Goshen Home Medical, Brook Point Resort, Scott Gingrich with the Gingrich Group, Chubby's Pub and Grub, Dynamic Spine and Rehab Center, a wrestling coach for Wawasee, the youth club,
yeah.
Northern Lakes Realty, Wallace Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Quality Engineered Services, Appleseed Eye Care, and the Wawasee Alumni Association.
You know, I think probably my favorite restaurant is Chubby's. I love going to that place. The food's always been great. You know, we had a kid here that wrestled for Wawasee a couple years ago, and I got to talking to him, and he worked at Chubby's on his days off from school and when he didn't have a wrestling tournament and all that type of stuff. And I asked him, I said, so what do they have you doing there? He said, I clean. I do dishes and all that type of stuff. And he said, and I'll tell you, I've worked at a lot of places. Chubby's is by far the cleanest. I said, that's good to know. I love going there. But yeah, you know, and that was just him making the statement. I mean, I didn't ask anything or whatever. He just said, that's the cleanest place I've ever worked in.
Well, Jack, thank you for coming and
Hey,
filling in.
It's been my pleasure.
I did see my partner. He showed up here.
Oh, did he?
He was later, but I don't know. I don't see him now.
Well, if I know ahead of time, I would be happy to come in and help out once in a while. I certainly enjoy it. I've never been accused of being without words.
All right, I think that's it for us.
Thanks to everybody for tuning in.
Yes, thank you for all for watching and supporting Wawasee Wrestling. And hopefully we'll see you Saturday.
Yep. You guys have a good evening.